Bitcoin is about to reach 100K. Am I lying? You'll see in this episode. Join me as always, Tor Constantino. Tor, welcome.
Good morning, Martynas. Glad to be here.
I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Kevin O'Leary is saying that sustainability is on the menu for Bitcoin. I don't know how I feel about that. Kevin O'Leary, by the way, are you a fan of Shark Tank?
I am. I think it's a great program.
Same. It's one of those shows you kind of have to binge, you know? You kind of can't just watch one episode. And Kevin I always viewed him as one of those guys where he has different opinions from everyone else. He's quite original. And I like the fact, for example, he did such good interviews with Pompliano. He's now investing in Bitcoin from 3% to 5% in his holdings, in his portfolio, which is a significant amount knowing how wealthy he is. But what he said puzzles me a bit. So he says, and I quote, Bitcoin can reach 100K if it reaches sustainability. Do you agree with him?
Honestly, I don't. I think Kevin O'Leary is a very smart guy, and I think that he is a very shrewd investor. But let's be honest, the eco-critics of Bitcoin's impact on the climate change have been refuted. Bitcoin mining uses a tiny fraction of the electrical draw for gold mining and the banking industry. O'Leary's entitled to his opinion, even if it's wrong. Bitcoin's going to hit 100,000, in my opinion, based on fundamentals, not FUD.
O'Leary is wrong. Who could have known? Anyway, in other news, Vitalik Buterin. Oh my, Vitalik these days seems to be going to town on what he actually helped to create. So I'm just going to read this out for people, so I don't butcher it if I try to say it too quickly. Token-based governance model stopping DeFi. I mean, this is a head-scratcher. Tor, can you elaborate?
Well, honestly, basically the idea is that he thinks that the current decentralized governance model is broken. Because the coin-based voting governance, it opens decentralized finance to manipulation, vote buying, and coercion from whales that have massive centralized holdings. So basically, he's critical of the option that decentralized finance was intended to move away from a centralized governance model, but they've traded into it based on the number of coins that you have so that these whales can just kind of flop in and throw their weight around, so to speak. He offers a couple of alternatives, such as one user, one vote, or proof of participation, where you earn your right to vote based on how you contribute to the community.
I don't know how I feel about this, Tor. So basically, yes, I understand that we now have the token economical model. Now it would be proof of personhood, so it seems. I don't know, this kind of mob mentality thing. It can also be very easily manipulated. You just manipulate the masses, right? So I think Vitalik was maybe a bit too soon, these remarks. Let's be honest, it's important that we have these talks, but I think we have to do a dedicated episode just for this news. What you should care about, ladies and gentlemen, look, it's not a perfect system, but it's one which is adapting. It will not affect the token price right now. This will be an ongoing development for years and years to come. So we'll get back to that in later episodes. Moving on. In very bullish news, Visa, 54 crypto companies.
Indeed. Visa is taking robust steps to connect its digital currencies to the global economic payment network. And right now, Visa has partnerships with 54 crypto companies. And they're aiming to prepare for the financial future where digital assets are merged together with overall savers' wealth. Honestly, Visa sees the future of finance as built on blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Anyone who claims that crypto is fraud, hype, noise, and confusion, they're just flat wrong. Visa is not gambling, it invests. Crypto's real and it's here to stay, and Visa sees that.
We're here and we're crypto. Yeah, it's... I mean, at some point, it went from, the local ride-sharing app users and ride-sharers, when they used to talk about crypto, I would say, oh, damn, it's time to de-invest. Everyone's talking about it. Basically, it's like that old saying, be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy, right? So that's like exact that thing. Yeah, I'm just curious. Visa is partnering up, essentially more adoption, etc. Will this move the needle though? Because the market is in the red right now.
I think it will. I mean, over time, but it's not necessarily a seismic bomb, but I think over time it's incremental, and it's going to create more on-ramps for individuals to be exposed to cryptocurrency and give it a spin. So I definitely think that in the long term, it's going to have a positive net effect on the cryptocurrency space.
You say long term, what are we talking about? Is it years? Is it decades, or is it,
I think it's years, to be honest with you. I think if you read the diffusion of innovation, they talk about this acceleration of adoption. Bitcoin got to $1 trillion faster than any other entity or organization. So
easily, yeah.
Exactly. So I think we're on the fast track. I think we're just talking years as we get to mass adoption.
Love that. Completely agree. Let's move on. 3 things to watch that I could watch forever. ETH burning, and do you know, the third one is ETH burning. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sight to see. The London hard fork has been initiated successfully. The price of Ethereum should be affected. So for Ethereum hodlers right there, nice investing. Now, the question is, will it continue on? What's going to happen in the future, Tor? Could you give us a glimpse?
Well, no one can predict accurately, but we can tell what's happened so far. Since the London hard fork, more than 180 million worth of ETH has been burned in nearly 2 weeks. That's remarkable. That accounts for like 4 to 5 ETH per minute. That's going to continue to drive down the supply over time and increase the value of each coin, making it a better hedge against inflation and reckless government money printing practices. This is great news for the crypto space, and I'm a huge fan of Ethereum, and I'm a holder of that project as well. It's great.
Burn, baby, burn. Now, OpenSea. The NFT marketplace reached 1 billion. I mean, we have NFT news every single day. It's exploding. It's ridiculous. Why are you doing this to me? People, I want to sleep, and every moment I wake up and I need to read 15 messages of people going, did you see this? Did you see this? This is happening. Is this amazing? What will happen? Should I invest? It's getting tiresome, Tor.
Well, a lot happens, like you said, on a daily basis. I think the most significant is Jack Butcher's announcement to set up NFTs and use that as a philanthropic care package to help Afghani refugees. The United Nations Refugee Agency estimates that 500,000 people have been displaced and are in need of essential supplies, food, water, shelter.
500,000, my God.
It's crazy. Over 72 hours, over a week period, that this has just happened, that these individuals are in such great need. And the great thing about using NFTs as a method of charitable donation, the smart contract ensures the resources get where they need to go. We've seen like these Kickstarter campaigns where people do something and open it and they get the money and then they just scatter and take off.
Yeah.
NFTs won't allow that, and I think that this is a great use case.
Indeed, I love that, because it used to be, give money to our cause, to our so you can finance another corporate retreat. How much of that money is going to go to the actual cause? So if you want to learn more about NFTs, all of these stories, go to DailyCoin.com, and also make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Tor. This was a good note to leave it in. See you next episode. Goodbye.